Welcome to the Internet Homies Podcast, a podcast where homies who met on the internet get together and talk about life. I'm Sara.
I'm Kailey.
And I'm Desi. And it's been a hot minute since we've recorded a podcast together. How are you guys doing?
Doing
right.
good.
Good?
We've been gaming together a little bit recently. Sorry, guys. We're doing something new with this podcast. We're all kind of seeing each other. So our reactions are funny.
Yeah.
We've been trying a couple new games recently. We were just playing Among Us the other night. We usually do COD. So it's kind of interesting to kind of mix it up a little bit. Fortnite today.
Which, by the way, I absolutely hate that game.
He also sucks at it.
Spent 20 V-Bucks on it, but it is what it is.
We spent $20.
20 V-Bucks?
It's better if
$20 for V-Bucks.
On my PS5, because fucking the Switch was not happening.
I was also playing keyboard for the first time, and just whack.
Yeah, I thought Panda would carry us, and she did not.
On controller, I can, though. I admit that. On controller, I can. On keyboard and mouse,
I guess the skills just don't transfer.
I did see it in person.
It's a whole other concept.
I did see it in person, her trying to do keyboard and mouse, and it was very funny.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
But we've taken a sort of a break. You would have heard the first episode back. We posted about 2 weeks ago, probably, from the time you're hearing this one. But anything new with you guys? Because that one was recorded during the holidays, so there was no update after that.
Oh my gosh. I do have a little bit of an update. So, Starbucks store that I work at is actually getting a remodel. So, earlier this week, I was helping the store kind of move everything out. And they were doing demo while we were there. So, it turned into like this big old dust bowl. And I also accidentally created a little bit of a dust bomb myself. But
sounds interesting. Why is everyone remodeling right now? My wife's store is remodeling too.
Honestly, though, our store needs it.
Is it like one of those really, really old looking Starbucks?
Well, it's one of the stores that's more of like focused on customer seating and not bar space.
Okay.
And our bar space is tiny. So we needed the remodel. So then we're taking our bar space and expanding it to make it bigger. And we're shrinking our inside space. So we're going to be more of like a drive-through focused.
Okay. Do you, right, for how it was before or whatever, were you guys set up with one coffee, like espresso machine on drive and one on each?
Oh, so we never had a espresso bar for our drive window. We kind of only had them facing the cafe. So that's the other thing too. And we only had like 2 ice bins, which is really difficult when our store is like one of the busy stores in the area. It's at one point was the busiest store in the entire state. So it's difficult to have just 2 ice bins. So we're also getting, more ice bins, like a whole different layout. Like I think it's gonna be really nice. I'm really excited to see the change.
Well, that sounds good. When I worked at Starbucks years and years and years ago, they also didn't give a shit about our drive, like that area. And so everyone was so crammed. Drive-thru is obviously the busiest part of those Starbucks, so that's good. I'm glad that they're doing that.
It was between our drive-thru and our mobiles. Our drive-thru and our mobiles are like the craziest.
Yeah, they didn't have mobile back when I was working at Starbucks in the Ice Age, but
lucky duck. She said, "I'm old." Tell me you're old without telling me you're old.
I worked at Starbucks almost 10 years ago. So, like a drive-thru Starbucks, not recently. Nothing's been new with me. Same old, same old. Playing video games, working. That's it.
So I actually started playing Gotham Knights, and I'm actually enjoying it. And I also started playing Cult of the Lamb, which is hilarious to me. Essentially, a little lamb gets sacrificed, and then he meets the devil, quote unquote. And he's brought back to life, but he has to create a cult and basically serve him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because it shows you how a cult is.
She's like,
but it also shows you how religion is too, if you actually think about it. It's fun.
I know, I've seen you stream that quite a bit.
And it's fun to include my viewers into it. They get to make a character and name it, pick the color, how it looks. So I think they enjoy it too. Other
Anything
than
interactive
that,
with chat is nice.
Hmm.
yeah, I like that. I like being able to talk to people while I'm gaming.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
other than that, there's nothing else new for me, at least.
I know it's been like what, like a month and a half ish, 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like not like a whole bunch going on.
Just me fighting with the fucking airlines and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was a big hassle for you to try and travel.
like, I've been traveling for a while, and in all that time, I've never had a situation happen. And then, like, this past year, it was like, all right, you had all this luck, bitch, fuck you. Boom, let me do everything in the span of a week. Oh, it was so horrible.
I didn't have anything like that happen, but I don't know if I think I've mentioned before, but like when I traveled solo and they're like, "Oh, we need people to, put their carry-on down below." I was like, nope. I was like, I'm taking that with me. I was like, hell no. I was like, what if my luggage gets stuck here and I'm in California? Like that don't help.
See,
It's true.
I'm so different with that. If I'm going on like a short trip, because I have flown places where I'm just there for like 2 days, so I take like a small luggage with me. But if I'm gone for like
Mhm.
a week or more, I'm putting that shit under the plane, bitch. I'm not.
See, but the difference was because I was traveling alone and stuff too for the
Well,
first
okay,
time that I didn't
yeah,
want my stuff to get like I didn't want that kind of experience on my first time, and I was like I was already nervous to be going in the first place. I'm like, nah, my luggage is staying with me. I was like on my person at all times.
okay.
Well, the third time around when I was gonna fly with Delta, by the way, um, they were like, they basically oversold and they were gonna kick me and the kids off. I told the lady, look, Southwest already did us dirty this many times. My children want to see their grandma. I need to make this plane, like this flight. And they literally, she's like, okay, let me see what I can do. They offered people to volunteer to go on a later flight, and the flight was for free, and they got $900
I
on a
bet.
Visa card.
Was there like a decent amount of people that were like offering to get off the plane because of
Yes,
that?
yes,
So then all of a sudden the no seats available like was not a fucking problem. That's funny.
yep. But it's like I would have done that. However, it was only for people that actually were just going to Utah. Like it
Mm,
wasn't anyone that connected. Like that was the clause or whatever, the
got it.
disclaimer.
Mm.
Oh, well, still at least you made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have always flown Delta, and I personally like never had like an issue with them at all. And but then the
Mhm.
one time that I tried switching flights, like switching companies and
Mhm.
going to like American, they totally fucked me
Mhm.
over. Cancel
American's
my flight
not
and
that
everything.
great.
Oh, without even like any notes or anything, just
Yeah.
canceled my flight on me.
They just I don't know. I mean, there's always schedule changes, but they're supposed to notify you.
Yeah. Did you guys see the recent news on movie theaters?
Oh
It,
my god, dude.
speaking
What
of
the
speaking of
flying
airlines,
fuck?
it reminded me that because like paying for seats is kind of in the same realm. That there was an AMC only, I think, maybe.
Yep.
But they're going to be charging different prices depending on what seat in the theater you're sitting in.
Y'all got me
So we
fucked
all
up.
know that the top middle section is the best part of the theater. Those are gonna be way more expensive during peak times to pay for to sit there. Which
What kind of theaters?
AMC,
So
I
only
think.
get to go because my ass is gonna stay home. I do not
You
have
know,
that kind of money.
No, dude.
here's an even better thing because first of all, yes, those are the best seats. Also, you're paying for a new movie. You're paying probably 30 to 40 bucks a ticket to get that seat and for a new movie. And you can spend that much money on the actual movie to own it for the rest of your life
Yeah,
and to pay it for a one-time ticket. You're better off to just buy it at home and do it that way anyways. Cause then also when you gotta pee, you can pause that shit. When I'm in a movie theater, I can't raise my hand and tell them to fucking pause it.
yeah.
You just
Well,
gotta
not
leave.
only that. I mean, I know it's just This is just gonna make it so nobody goes to the movies, and then like that shit's gonna become extinct.
I'm
Like
wondering.
drive-ins.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this
That's
is
what's gonna happen.
like a self-sabotage thing on purpose where they're trying to get it that way so streaming platforms can then like, oh, this is
But
all you
it's
have, you want to
stupid.
stay home and whatever, we can like start raising our prices because where the fuck else are you gonna go, you know what I mean?
Hmm
It's also interesting
But
because during like COVID, when we literally were doing that, they didn't really raise their prices that much.
Well, yeah,
well, maybe they need to make up for
No,
that. So I don't know.
because they missed out on all of that during COVID.
yeah.
So your stuff is already more expensive than it was before.
So I'm curious to know, there are theaters that have like the nice seats that recline and things like that, but some theaters
Right.
haven't been updated. They're just like regular seating. So I don't know for fact. Someone fact check me on this, but I can almost guarantee that not every single AMC in the country has recliner seats. So is it just going to be the AMC theaters with those seats where it would make sense if you want the luxury seating in those
From
specific
my
seats?
understanding, it's
Everyone?
all of them. Hmm
So that if it was like
And
select theaters, like the ones with those kind, okay, I'll choose to go to the other one. But like for all of that, it just doesn't make any sense to sit on a freaking
yeah, and
Frontier
that's not
airline
even
chair, bitch, and to watch a movie that I
that.
could literally watch at home. Like it doesn't make any sense. You
So
know?
that's not even factoring in 3D movies, IMAX, the 4D ones. Those are gonna be even more. Like it's just stupid.
It's like during, unless you go
Like
for like
yeah, like
matinee, those are way cheaper.
Well, and
but
then
even
we're
then,
talking
like
about
who does
tickets.
that?
We're not even talking about the food, the pricing of food and
Yeah,
drink and stuff at
like
the theater too.
like
Like you're better off to sneak some fucking like Arby's, McDonald's in your purse and fucking bring a backpack with you than paying $10 for a hot dog at a movie theater.
That too. It's like
I know, and it's not even
You're already
filling.
getting all the money for the ticket. Why do you need it for food too? I know that popcorn that you're making costs $1. Why are you charging me $6, $7?
because people pay for it. I just think the whole thing is so
$7?
stupid.
They're like $20 here.
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
Well, it
no.
depends on the size you get. Obviously, they're like the smalls, like the $7. I'm like, okay, so like a kitty thing, like $7. Like, are you kidding? No one's paying for that. But you do because it's
Wait,
convenient. It's there. The only thing, like, if we go to a movie theater, the only thing we will buy there is a popcorn. Otherwise, we bring everything else in with us.
we're gonna be super ghetto.
So
Bring in some burritos, like just take them out.
I'm
Gosh, have
reading
you
it.
seen those like those videos where people like stuff like they could stick like a
Bro, I'm
whole
gonna be like
bottle of
this. This is gonna be me.
alcohol, bottle of alcohol underneath their boobs, you know, and you just whip that shit out in the middle of the movie. You know,
Yeah.
like drinks being like $20-$30 a pop. Like, are you kidding?
Oh my
That's
god.
gonna be us, dude.
I'm reading it here that they're gonna be basing it off of color. There's green, red, and gold.
Color? What the fuck?
Like when you go to select your seat when you're buying the tickets,
Uh-huh.
they're gonna have colors now. Green's the least expensive, gold is the second, red is the most expensive. It says
Mhm.
that the cheaper ones will be $1 less than they usually are, and then the preferred price seating, which are those ones like right smack dab in the middle, are $2, roughly $2 more than all the other ones. To me, honestly, I think that this shit's gonna go down the drain. It seems like a self-sabotage type thing to me, but that's
Well, because the other thing too is if you really want those seatings, you're going to plan ahead and do it anyways. It's not our fault if you choose to wait the last minute. That's kind of your fault.
yeah, exactly. Well, I guess we'll see. On the same topic, I want to talk just quickly about the whole Netflix password sharing thing.
Oh my.
So,
my god.
Everyone in the world, you know exactly. So, just to preface it, if someone is like home base, and if you're using that password or that account, every at least 31 days, you have to go to where the home base is, where the IP address is, where you created the account, and log into it from there. Otherwise, they'll ban access to that account for you. They backtracked. They got so much shit that they literally said, oops, we accidentally put it in our terms and conditions on our website. We didn't mean it. Like, oopsie, that was a mistake. Like,
I was seeing stuff.
That's what
I
they
was seeing
said.
stuff where it was like, oops, sorry, like my girlfriend typed that, not me. Like
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Where it's like,
my little brother
no,
had
you
my
did it on
phone.
purpose. Oh yeah, like you did it on purpose. But the minute you got a shit ton of backlash for it, oh, now you're like, oh shit, we should not have
Yeah.
said this. Do you realize how stupid that is though too? Like we're like I know that we were talking about it before too when we were, gaming, but it's like if you like up and moved, you would then have to
Yeah.
travel to that location every 31 days just to log into a Netflix account. At that point, it is self-sabotage again too because you're just gonna drop Netflix. What do you
Yeah.
need Netflix for? Why
There's
would I
Yeah.
like why not just drop the $20 subscription, then paying $1,000 for a plane ticket to go back and log in?
exactly. Like they're not
Every
taking
month.
into account people that are stationed or people that travel for work who are gone for more than 31 days and they got so much shit for it, dude. I just thought that was the funniest thing ever that they literally on their like official account they were like, "Oopsie, like we didn't mean to say that."
See, and that gives me, I even have less respect for Netflix for that. It would have been better off just to be like, yeah, we did that, but we hear all the backlash. Like, we're sorry, we'll take it off. Like,
Yeah.
be honest, and I respect you more
Yeah.
for that. Now you just seem like a big fucking baby.
Yeah, because their call center was given the details of what to say if they ask certain questions. You don't do that if you're not releasing it for that country. You don't train
Yeah.
your employees or you give them the details. You don't.
That's not an oops accident.
Yeah,
That's an
but they
on
literally
purpose.
that's what they said. Oh,
Yeah.
it's we meant to release it for other countries, not the US.
Shit was so funny to me.
Sure.
Not only that, but
okay.
I hope that they understand. Years ago, when Netflix was the only option, I could understand. Okay, because people are going to pay for it no matter what. If I had to make my own
Yeah.
account years ago for that, I would have. But you have Hulu and HBO Max, where not only that, but if you pay just a slight extra bit more, you can get live TV and sports and all that stuff. It's like Netflix, not only does their catalog fucking suck ass, but like they only offer a select amount of things that you could also find anywhere else. There are
Not the
bootleg streaming websites that have every movie on earth. It's like, you know what I mean? So for
they
them,
up their prices too. What it used to be like, what, $6 or $7, and now
Yeah.
it's like upwards of $12 a month.
well, it's not even that. Just like 2 years ago, they did this thing where it's like if you pay like $2 or $3 more a month, you can password share. That was their whole thing, and then they backtracked on
Exactly.
password sharing, raising prices anyway. And then
they
this.
raise prices.
And then like,
So-
oh, now you can watch ads and still pay a subscription. Like, no, bitch, I'm not paying a subscription if I have to watch ads.
That was them,
It's
right?
dumb.
The ones that said they wanted to put
That
ads
was
on them.
Netflix. They used, like you said, they used to be the best like streaming
They used
because
to
one,
fucking
It's all you
was
had.
what it was.
dope-ass shows
And now it's like you
and
are
everything.
self-sabotaging, and now you're the worst.
Yeah.
There are other services that have better titles, better movies, whatever, for around the same cost or less than what you have right now.
Exactly. Like I barely use Netflix unless it's like one of my Netflix-based shows, like The Circle, that's only on Netflix. I'll watch it. But
Oh my
like
gosh, yeah. Or
Mhm.
like
everything
like
else, like even like Apple TV has like better things than they do sometimes. Like I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Those three topics were like kind of on the same like
yeah.
you know.
Like, all
platform.
right, just be honest and just say, yeah, guys, we messed up. Like now you sound like a 12-year-old child who just got caught playing Fortnite at late at night. Oh, sorry, mom, I didn't mean to press play. Like, it's so dumb.
Dumb.
And I was being like, yeah, no hate to Netflix. No, hate to Netflix.
Fuck them, bro. I'm like saying that. I don't even have an account, but like it is what it is.
Only password share? Oh shit,
Yes,
can't do that.
I
Sorry.
absolutely do. And have for years. So today is February 8th. I know this is gonna come out after the 15th, but we did also want to talk a little bit today about the season 2 update for Warzone 2, which I'm super excited about. I have like a list here of like all the things that they're updating for it.
I'm excited that it's actually going to be a rebirth.
Resurgence.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, like
I
a
still-
resurgence rebirth type thing.
I'll still want to play the other map a little bit because I actually do like it. It's not like a Caldera type situation, but like I'm so excited because like the current
Like the fact that I can die and come back.
yeah, the more fast paced, like we can get in and out. If we die, we can get back into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm really excited about that.
When are gonna fucking bring back the whole like, do you want to play again?
Yes,
super fast instead of having to
please.
fucking exit to the main thing. Like, bro, really? Like, why? Why does
That's
it
one
have
of the
to be-
stupidest things I've ever seen. Oh my
Y'all
God.
are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Call of Duty. You hear me?
Activision, we
Yeah.
hate you too.
So there's a few
We hate you
things.
too.
There's a few things they're changing and updating. One of them is audio. Absolutely, they're fixing
Oh.
footsteps. Great, love it. Okay.
Thank God.
They
They're, like making
said
them louder.
Yeah, dude, the audio sucks right now.
Because the other thing too is I feel like even the teammates' footsteps sound like enemy footsteps
Yeah.
all the
Mhm.
time.
It's like
Like Desi's walking behind me, and I'm like, I turn around, I'm like, oh shit, it's just Desi. Like it sounds like someone's behind me that I need to kill.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna get like fucking finishing moved right here. Like, are you kidding?
Yep.
Weapons are gonna be a little bit more consistent, but they're gonna be balancing them more so they're more on an equal like, playing field.
Mhm.
And they're changing the gulag.
To one person?
1v1, yes. I'm so
Oh,
excited.
okay. Yes, because
Yeah,
like sometimes
There's nothing
fucking your
worse.
partners are so mean and
fucking hate like
rude.
That
I get
too,
also
or when
sometimes
they're
too.
AFK and it's just you
Yeah,
fighting against 2 other people. Like I can't do that in the game itself. You think I can do that in the gulag?
like I get it.
Please.
Like if I die, like please help me, second person help. But like when I'm shooting and I'm the last person, I'm like, fuck you, you suck.
Yep.
Let me count on myself. If
Yep.
I die, I die. I don't want
And
to
let
have to
me tell
rely on
you
somebody
something.
else.
When my partner is an ass, I throw a grenade on the floor and I stand on top of it to kill
Yeah.
myself so they don't
Oh,
go
or
back.
I wait
I
the
do
timer
that.
too.
I don't give a
But yeah,
fuck.
I've
I don't
sabotaged
give a fuck.
gulags. I
Yeah.
don't care either.
You
I
wanna
mean,
stupid? You wanna fucking tell me to go back to the kitchen? All right, pendejo. Let me kill myself. You're not going back.
it's funny too to like hear Desi on comms and she is like, "All right, fuck you. I'll let the timer run out, bitch." And
It's like
he
if
just
if
loses
I'm
his
dying,
mind.
everyone's coming with me. Like I don't even care.
Or like, hey guys, want to do jailer? Want to do jailer? And they just fucking start shooting you. I'm like, okay, you piece of shit. I was like, fuck you. You can
Yeah.
lose a gulag too.
Um
Here, I'm like,
Mhm.
let's all get out. And you're like, some selfish bitch. Okay, bitch, die.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
they're also going to be updating the cash economy in the game.
Mhm.
Looting's changing. They're getting rid of backpacks. So same as Warzone 1, when you kill someone or when you open a chest, everything just pops out on the ground. So no
So
more
much
Mhm.
nicer.
yeah, no more having to like spend 25 minutes looting through a backpack anymore. Swapping out things
Yeah,
cuz there's not enough room. Like
Yeah.
um
exactly.
loadouts are being slightly tweaked as well. They're going to make loadout weapons in the buy station a little cheaper. And they're changing the perk packages. So right now they have set perk packages. You can't change them. They're changing that as well, so they're customizable now.
Yeah, that's annoying. I'm like, that's you take away the you're doing a gunsmith to customize it, and then you're taking away half of the customization.
Yeah, yeah. Movement's
Yep.
getting tweaked. You can now run while you're plating, which is nice
Finally.
because
You
plating.
could walk while you're plating, but you couldn't run.
No, which slowed
Can you
down.
cancel
Yeah.
the plating? That's my
Um,
question.
it doesn't. So, well, on plating, you're dropping in with a 3-plate vest now instead of 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't have to find a vest.
That
You
was
just
fucking
drop in
annoying
with it.
too.
Um,
Mhm.
for plating, it says players will be able to bust through doors while plating the way they would if they were sprinting. This change includes a slight increase to movement while plating to enable players to get to cover faster in moments of need. So, I don't know, I think that'll help a lot because there's times where you have to plate up but you're walking so slowly, the other person doesn't need to plate yet. In like Warzone 1, you would be able to run and plate so you could get to cover. But,
Mhm.
you know, so that's good. Strongholds, they're not going to be as tough this time.
I
Yeah.
wonder too if they're gonna make like a marker because the one thing that also like is really annoying is knowing if it's a bot or not from a stronghold, and you're wasting
Oh
your
yeah.
ammo. You're wasting your ammo on this
That w-
fucking robot too. Like at least like in Fortnite they have like the dots above them or the question mark, whatever too. Like COD should be doing something like that too, so that way you understand and know who's
that's an
who.
Yeah.
NPC, yeah.
It
Right.
doesn't state that in this statement here, but it does say that the AI damage is supposed to be a little less than it has been because some of
That's the
those
other thing
AIs are
too, is
so
they're
strong.
strong. Yeah, and the stronghold doesn't give you enough ammo after you've done going through it either. So
Nope.
annoying. And they rip through your armor. Now you're having to find new armor too.
I've
Yeah.
gotten down by the AIs. Like that's sad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
The
it's
that's
bots
not
not.
even
got
about
me.
that's not even talking about players' ability. That's talking about how strong those AIs are.
Yeah.
I
And
can say
then
too, the three of us, like we're not the best players, but we're at least like decent players. Like no AI should be killing us.
yeah, no. That also comes too with the plating thing. Like if I'm getting shot at by an AI, I should be able to run and and plate. That way, I don't have to run with no plates on.
Exactly.
Because then they'll get
Then
me,
also,
you know?
then they're still getting you because you just can't
Yeah.
get the plates on. So it's like it's all coming like full circle, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Multiplayer's being updated. There's more maps being added. I don't really play that as often. And then when they drop the season 2, there's going to be a Valentine's Day playlist. It doesn't quite specify what is on the new playlist, but yeah, Ashika Island. It's very tiny. But I don't know if you've seen
That's what
pictures
she
of
said.
it. Hey, yo. I don't know if you've seen pictures
Hey.
of it, but it looks really, really good. Like, I'm really excited for it. There's
I
only
think
Oh,
you were
okay.
also mentioning too that they were talking about it being like 6 or 7 times smaller than the original map.
Yeah, there was. Again, I don't know. It's between 5 and 7, but you could fit 5 to 7 of these Ashika Islands inside the Battle Royale map. Like that's how small it is. But that also puts
Yeah.
it in perspective how big the Battle Royale map is.
Right.
So I'm excited. Like you mentioned, they need to change it to where you can just hit play again and you can load into the game automatically. I also think because they haven't mentioned it, I would like stats back in Warzone. You know, so I can see.
I don't want
Warzone
it.
dub.
I don't want people
I
to see
know
my
it's
KD.
it's not a
I want to
lot
see
to
my
most
own
people,
KD.
but
You.
I'm just gonna say, put it out there. I'm the top dog in this little group. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's
Thank
true.
you.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
You can keep your own timers of kills, death. All right, get yourself a whiteboard. Tally.
I
You can
literally
keep it
have a
on your own.
note in my phone with my PR and my fucking Warzone wins on it because aside from the player card, the calling cards, there's no way to like know any of that. It would just be nice.
Yeah.
Like they have it for multiplayer. It's not just your KD and stuff like that, but it's like kills and what
I
gun
need to
you've
know my
used the
KD
most and
because I know
stuff
I
like that.
suck.
I mean, that
But
was something that I think was interesting from Warzone
but
1
I
too.
thought
Is they
I
also was
thought
like your most used weapon,
Yeah.
this things like Sixth Sense, things like that too, that they just kind of neglected in this new COD.
They have it for multiplayer, like all of that stuff.
or
It's
even
just
like
not.
comparing yourself with your friends. Like that was cool.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm excited. I am looking forward to that. So, after we play it, we can do a little update, see if we actually like it or not, or if it's just the same old letdown that it usually is.
We'll come back and let y'all know.
Wow.
You know what? I will say,
Tell me how you really
after
feel.
3 months of playing Warzone 2, I do enjoy it. I do like it a lot better than Warzone 1 for many reasons. That's just my opinion. But
I do.
I
I
did
do too.
I did
I
go
like
back
it.
and I played Caldera a little bit, and it's insane. Like the difference of it. Warzone
Mhm.
1 is a lot smoother, like with the guns and stuff, but I don't know. I
Mhm.
think this map is levels better than the ones that we've had. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss Verdansk,
oh yeah, but if
but
had to put it into perspective with just every aspect of it, I think this one beats all of them.
yeah, I don't have people bunny hopping and annihilating me. Fucking annoying.
I
I
know.
like that they changed that. Like, and then you can do the dolphin diving now.
That shit's funny as
But
shit. Hell's hell,
the one
man.
thing that I just don't like though, and that I didn't like with Caldera is the open area. Like, there's that one area in the map where you have those tubes and you have that huge open field in like 2 or 3 different parts of the map,
Mm-hmm.
and I hate that because then it's going back to the concept of running away to plating, and you can't do that
Yes.
because someone has the advantage over you. I feel like adding some trees. You don't have to make it a fucking rainforest, but like or some rocks or something, because like it's way too
Yeah,
open in
it's
some of those
so
areas. Honestly,
open.
it's way too open.
That was a
Put a,
downfall of
put a
Caldera
broken
that a lot of
car.
people complained about was too
Put a
much
deserted
shrubbery.
plane. Yeah, put a deserted plane in the desert that I can hide into. Like
But
fucking
I
do
thought that's what
something.
they're doing. They're putting a plane somewhere, from what I read.
Yeah, I didn't see where specifically. But like if you play
Oh.
Warzone, you know the map. Like near Rohan Oil, that's what it's called, right? Rohan Oil.
I
There's
don't
that
know.
there's that deserted area and like that
Yep.
giant hill that you have to run for like 500 meters maybe to get to like
Mhm.
any sort of civilization depending on what side of
Yeah.
it you're on. Yeah, it's outrageous.
I
Like
feel like with Caldera is definitely the trees and shrubs, but with this map, it's the open area with nothing, and
yeah.
it's annoying. It's like the same concept, but in different ways of both maps, and it's really irritating.
Even if they didn't change anything by like adding places to cover or anything like that, I'm interested to see how much better the playing gets when you're able to play while running. Like
I
if
think it'll definitely help a little bit, but I hope that they can add something at least in the future for those open areas because I get it. You definitely want open areas, but there's such a thing as too
too
big of an
much.
open space.
Yeah, I agree.
There's definitely a thing of, you know, let's meet in the
Especially when
middle
it's
here.
like the last circle, it's too much.
Exactly. Like I'm in the last circle and I can't like play strategically. That's really fucking annoying.
I also just want to point
Yeah.
out that this entire time I've been calling it Battle Royale or Warzone 2 map because I could not remember the name of this fucking map to save my life. It's Al
Al
Mazrah,
Masra
Oh,
or
by the
something.
way.
Yeah, you're stupid, bro.
So I'm looking at the map right now, and the huge areas are between quarry and cave, and then that's that whole desert area between cave, port, quarry, and the oil. Like that, it's like a third of the
yeah.
map. It's like a whole section of like
Yeah.
empty land. Also near the village and cemetery, but like again, there's high ground. There's like stuff to hide behind. But in that empty
Right.
area, oh, I could put a picture on screen too. But like it's just nothing. Like
Cause there's
there's
the other
rocks, but that's about it.
well, and there's that other area too where it's like the deserted buildings or like broken buildings in like a different desert area. But and then there's places in that desert area that, could have loot and there's like fucking nothing there. Like then you're kind of not only do you not have any weapons, you have no cover either. So it's just kind of like
Right.
a lose-lose, very irritating situation. And then it's not even based off of skill matchmaking of the players. It's just based on luck of finding a gun somewhere.
Yeah. Like I didn't see anything on this list about the looting. Like aside from the looting system backpacks, I didn't see anything specifically about like ground loot or like things like that. But
I'd say there's definitely still things that they need to change after this update for sure too.
yeah. But like this stuff alone, I think will make it 10 times better.
And I get it. We can't get everything all that we want at the same time, like all at once, but
yeah.
definitely need to minimize that open
People.
area in the next update or something. That's
Yeah.
like the next big thing.
Yeah.
There's also a mention of ranked play, which that's not for me. I'm not good enough for that. But I think that
Mhm.
that's like a good thing that they could bring into this game. You know what I mean? Like there's casual players like us, I would say, and then there's people that hop on stream to get like
Like breaking
kills
world
and wins.
records,
Yeah.
having big lobby kills, like yeah.
Yeah. So they're doing a ranked play. I know they said it was going to be for multiplayer first, but like still I think that would be something cool that they would throw in cuz for my own personal gain, we could get all the sweats in the ranked play and then we could just, you know.
That's what's
Mhm.
really annoying too is even if you strategize really hard and you're playing the game really well, it's kind of difficult to get a win
Yeah.
more than it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But I'm
I think
excited.
I've had 2 wins total, and it wasn't even based off of the we've had many good plays, but then we just get, like, outrun by either not being able to plate or, not having those
Mhm.
places of cover or having those overpowered weapons, like, so on and so on and so on, and it's irritating because you work really hard the entire game, and you know that you should win, but then you don't.
One other thing I
Mhm.
think they should update, which I know it'll never happen, is if I am on the floor in the middle of a building and you drop an airstrike on me,
Mhm.
I shouldn't die. Like,
Yeah, like,
we've
if
been
you're not by
team
windows,
wiped.
doors, and shit, like, come on, bro. Yeah,
Oh
like
my
you're just in
god.
the middle of a building in a corner with no windows or doors near you, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm down. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I
Mhm.
may have missed it, or maybe it's not a thing yet. I also think they should change the buy stations, like how you can only buy one UAV. Like they should
Mhm.
change that too. Because not only that, it's like I bought a UAV here, someone else bought a UAV here, and then that's it. Like how am I like towards endgame especially? How are you supposed to know?
The
Like
other
if you
thing
can't
is
get
the
good
fact that you can
positioning.
only buy through the front of the buy station. That's fucked up too. I should be
Yeah.
able to buy from
Oh
all
yeah,
sides
you
of the buy
have to
station.
stand
You
in
have to stand
front. You
directly
can't
in
even
front.
like sideways. You can't be laying down. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
nothing.
bullshit.
Which
They
if
need to
I'm
change
getting
that
shot at and I'm trying to buy my teammates back, I should be able to lay behind on the side of it. Like yeah.
and be able to buy my team. That's bullshit. Like
Yeah.
being in the front is actually ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I guess we'll see. So sounds like
Not
it's
as
going
bitchy
to
the
get
entire time, but like everything that's wrong with the game.
well, I'm excited. The new map and then all the changes I think are gonna make it like 10 times better. It's not gonna be perfect, but like I'm still really excited.
Does it
Yeah.
say too? I'm genuinely curious on if all these changes are happening only in that resurgence map, or are they also happening in the Warzone map?
across the Warzone as well.
Across
Everything.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Even though they're
Yep.
dropping resurgence, I want to play the other map just to see like the
the
difference
difference that it
between of
could
it.
make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's about all the updates that I have for that. So, we'll give our review, our honest review after we play it.
Come back. The game is still shit, but
It's
glad that these things have
terrible.
updated. Glad that
Uh.
these things are updated. Here's another big list of things you should change. Fuck you, Activision.
Yep.
Watch this. They should be like a whole. This should be the team of us just working at Activision, and we make rules. Because women do it better anyway. So.
Whoa, we're not going into that because it's gonna open a whole can of worms.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
We don't need any comments in the comment section saying how we don't have rights, how we need to go back to the kitchen, make them a sandwich, wash the dishes.
Until the comments gonna be like, Kailey, shut the fuck up. Into that, I say, fuck you.
Like the dude, if you're gonna insult me, come up with an original insult. Like
I've heard it before.
Come on. Like the other day, I don't know who I was playing with, but I pretty much told them how sad that you don't have a girlfriend, and their entire squad was like, oh, she just burned you, dog. Because he was talking shit. I was like, bro, be original. This is why you don't have a girlfriend.
That is toxic.
Oh, yeah. But the other thing, too, is if you're not toxic, like, you will get shit on. Like, you have to be toxic back.
Yeah.
To a certain degree.
I mute them most of the time.
Especially if you're streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they say some out-of-pocket shit, and it's like, bro, come on.
I love the proximity chat. It does help a lot, and it's funny. Like, that's also one of the downsides of it, too. It's just, like, you can't control what people are saying. So, like, if you're streaming and stuff, like,
That's the thing, too, is I agree with you, and I think it's nice now, but if someone's saying, like, the N-word, I feel like you should be able to, like, do something to mute them so that way they're not just saying it over and over and over again while you're trying to stream or something.
Instead of having to turn off proximity chat completely.
Yeah. Exactly. Because that just ruins the game for everyone else instead of like, being like, hey, if they you detect this, whatever, here's this mute button for this player. Because your name pops up on the side of the screen, by the way, too. When you're talking to the enemies, the name pops up on the left side of the screen. You should be able to mute that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I know it's definitely more advanced settings for proxy chat, but it would be better for those of us that don't want to hear that kind of language to not have to hear it.
That would be the best of both worlds.
Yeah, but that's asking too much, I guess.
But yeah, was there any other updates or anything that you guys wanted to mention?
Updates like with our lives?
Yeah, anything. Anything you're looking forward to?
Looking forward to nothing. That sounds so sad.
That's alright. I don't have
anything planned right now.
Personally, I am not looking forward to Valentine's Day. I think that day sucks.
I was just gonna say we're recording before Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day in advance. There's that, and then my wife's birthday is in 2 weeks, but that's literally everything that I can think of for now. Well, if that's all we have for today, then
thank you for taking the time to listen to today's episode. We hope that you enjoyed it.
The links to all of our socials will be down in the description.
I'd like to say a special thank you to Dreamcitadel for editing audio for us, and to It's Elio for creating our logo.
Until next time, homies, see ya!
See ya!